Hello class and welcome to the Week 8 Applied Spreadsheets Individual Lab Assignment. Here in Week 8 we'll be completing the lab Apply Your Knowledge. We'll be using a template to create a consolidated workbook. We're completing steps 1 through 16 on pages EX 463 to 465 in our e-textbook. We will need student data files for this assignment. Those data files are located by clicking on the Doc Sharing tab at the top of our eCollege website. Select the Student Data Files link. When you scroll down, you will want to first download, save, and then open 7-1 A+ Appliance Repair Revenue Template. So you'll want to double check on that link, save that file, and then launch that file. You'll see that when you launch the file, it will look like this. Now, in order to complete the first steps that we're covering in this video, you'll need to download and save Apply 7-1 A+ Appliance Repair Missouri. You're looking for that .csv file. You'll see I added a note, file needed for step 3A on page EX 464. You'll need to select, download, and save this file on your computer. Here you can see I have that file saved right here. So here is my .csv file saved on my computer. As we turn to our e-textbook, we are turning to page EX 463. Make sure you're starting with the correct lab, Apply Your Knowledge, using a template to create a consolidated workbook. We've just discussed downloading the student data files. You don't need to visit Cengage.com. Remember, these are located in Doc Sharing in the Student Data Files link. You'll want to read through the instructions carefully, and we will be working with a consolidated workbook and SmartArt graphic in this particular lab assignment. When we look at the first step on the next page of our lab assignment, it's really asking us to open up that revenue analysis template. Well, I've just opened that up, and here is that revenue analysis template that I downloaded. On step 2, I need to add a second sheet to the workbook and name that SmartArt Graphic and change the tab color to blue. So here in Excel, at the bottom, I will insert a new sheet and I will name that SmartArt Graphic. And then I need to change the tab color by right-clicking, selecting tab color, and I will select blue for that tab. I now need to go back and make sure I've clicked on the Repair Revenue Analysis worksheet. Make sure that this is your active worksheet again. Now we're looking at step 3. We're going to go through the steps to import in a text file. So we are now back on the Revenue Analysis worksheet, and we're going to select cell A3. Once we select A3, we need to get data from text, and we'll be looking at the Data tab. Let's look at that quickly. I want to select cell A3. When I have A3 selected, I'm then going to select my Data tab. Remember, your view will look slightly different, but all versions of Excel, whether you're working with Excel 2010, whether you're working with Excel on a Mac as I am, or you're in Excel 2013 or 365, you'll find these same tools and features. You'll see that we have these various different panels for sort and filter, and I have an external data sources panel. Again, you'll have this same ribbon, yours just might be in slightly different locations. Locate your external data source panel. You'll see options you might have on your panel: access, text, database, etc. Locate the text icon. Import data from text file. When I select on that, it's going to search my computer so I can select and open that text file. Here's where I'm looking for the .csv file that we downloaded from Doc Sharing for the student data files. Then I can select Get Data. I now have a dialog box. Looking at the assignment directions, I know that I need to choose the delimiter format with commas. So I'll make sure that radio button is selected for delimiter. You want to check that as well. When I click on next, I'll see delimiters as an option here. I want to see it with commas. Note how my data preview view changed. Let me deselect commas. Now it's all in one running low as a tab. When I turn on commas, do you see how it separates that data in those columns? As I continue through, I will ultimately come to this existing sheet. I could add it to a new sheet, but for our particular assignment, we're adding it to the existing sheet. I'll select on properties. Here you'll want to make sure you unselect adjust column width. And here you'll select the radio button to overwrite existing cells with new data and clear unused cells. And select OK. Once I've gone through that, which is all outlined here in your e-textbook, I've literally just gone through these steps here. Now I am looking at step 3D. So I'm going to say OK. My data is brought in for me. On step 3D here, I now have brought in my data range properties and I've selected the OK button, but I want to use the Format Painter tool to copy the formatting from cells A3 to G3 and make sure that's in the same range of A4 to G4. Let me show you what I mean. Here in this first top row here, this formatting from A3 to G3, these cells are nicely formatted. Up on my ribbon, you'll look for a paintbrush tool, and remember, when you hover your cursor over any one of the tools in Excel, Word, or even PowerPoint, you'll see the tooltips display. Here is the Format Painter tool. When I select that Format Painter tool, look at my icon in my mouse. Do you see the little plus sign with the paintbrush symbol? Now I can actually highlight cells A4 all the way down to G7. When I release the mouse click, it's formatted these cells to all be the same as what my sample was here in A3 through G3. The Format Painter just copies that formatting. So now I know that my cells are all formatted the same. If I look at my Home tab, I see that they're all in accounting formatting style, exactly as they need to be for consistency in the columns F and G. And here they're general in column E and D and in C. Here I can also see that I've kept consistent formatting. The Format Painter tool is a great resource, not just to use in Word or PowerPoint, but also in Excel. I've just walked you through the beginning steps, completed through steps 3D. The next step starts at step 4 to import and access table. I'll do a separate video for that one. See if you could give it a try yourself to start using the same concepts that we just walked through.